For this video, I thought I would redo one of my favorite recipes, but this time make it keto friendly. Anyways, I want to convert this recipe, and I've done it already. I've cooked this before. It's delicious. I love my clam chowder recipe, and that recipe is still on my website and still on YouTube, but I want to convert it over because it uses potatoes, and potatoes are not keto friendly because they are high in carbohydrates, starches. So I do something different and it works very well, and I make another change as well. So let's make this keto friendly clam chowder. I have a couple of 10-ounce cans of clams here that I'm going to drain. I'm not going to discard the broth. I'm going to use that. These cans are 283 grams, and half of the weight is the liquid and half is the clams. I'm heating a large pot on the stove. This is one of my new pans that I bought for doing videos. I talked about this in one of my kitchen vlogs. Going to melt 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter in there, more if you want. With keto friendly, more fat is better. Let that come up to heat. That foam has settled down. That's an indication that the water has boiled out. And I'm putting in, you can use either 1/2 of a medium onion. I'm using 1/4 of a large onion, diced fairly fine. And I want to cook that until it's tender and translucent, 5 to 6 minutes. My onions are looking pretty good there, translucent and tender. Now I'm going to be putting in here 1 pound of chopped zucchini, and these were 3 medium-sized zucchini. 1 pound is about 450 grams. I'm going to be putting in the clam broth that I drained from those cans. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of water. That's about 240 milliliters. I'm going to bring my heat up, and I'm going to bring this pot to the boil. And then I'm going to reduce the heat to low to simmer this for about 2 to 3 minutes just to start to soften those zucchini pieces. My zucchini now has been simmering for a few minutes. I tasted a piece. It's kind of crisp, tender at this point. What I want to add now is the chopped prosciutto that I have. This is about 4 to 5 ounces, 110 to 140 grams. You can see that I've chopped that up kind of small. This is what's going to give it extra flavor, because as it cooks, that prosciutto will render some flavor into the broth. Then my clams that I drained earlier. Okay. I want to grind some black pepper in there. And by the way, I'm using whole baby clams, but if you wanted to, you could use chopped clams. And then I'm putting in 2 cups, which is about 473 milliliters of milk, or half and half. In my case, I'm using heavy cream because it's going to increase the fat in that soup. Turn my heat up because that cream was cold from the refrigerator. I'm going to bring this to a boil, reduce the heat again, and simmer it for 5 minutes. I just turned the heat off under this, and I just noticed my camera is way overexposing. There, that's better. I should have fixed that earlier. My apologies for that. Now comes the hard part. Put a cover on that and leave it for 1 hour to let those flavors develop. So there it is. And what I did was, after letting it sit for an hour, with the cover on. I tasted it for salt and adjusted it. It needed a little bit of salt. And now I get to have an early dinner. It's only not even 4:30 yet. Oh, it's so good. I love this clam chowder, and the zucchini now is just melt in your mouth, tender.